Hello everybody, thank you for joining me again. If you are enjoying my lessons, please subscribe so that you are able to get the notifications of each time a new lesson does come out. I'm trying to put a few more out before December, especially for my in-studio yogis, so that they have something to practice over the holiday season. So stay tuned. It is extremely hot here today. I've got all the doors closed as the neighborhood is a little loud. So bear with me if I really start puffing and sweating. And let's just get started. Closing the eyes, take a deep inhale breath and exhale. Another deep inhale breath and exhale. And start to feel how your body is feeling today, moving all the way from the top of your head down towards the toes, just taking a full body scan. See what's going on. And start to feel your sit bones grounding into the mat. Feel the spine start to lengthen a little bit, crown of the head drawing towards the ceiling, and shoulders gently dropping away from the ears. And starting to bring a little bit of control to the breath. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Maybe counting it, trying to keep it even on the inhales and the exhales. Gently starting to open up the eyes, moving over onto all fours. Hands come underneath the shoulders, knees come underneath the hips, and moving again into a few cats and cows. Maybe dropping the hips down, looking up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, rounding into the spine. And what you can do, you can move to whatever way your spine feels like moving today. So maybe you could do circles, moving over the right shoulder, rounding, and then coming back over the left, and then moving the other way. I like to also warm up my wrists when I'm doing cat and cow. So just moving it about, nothing really too structured for now. Just make sure that whatever you do on the one side, you move over and do on the other side. And so from here, maybe turning the hands out towards the outer edges of the mat and moving the shoulders over one side and then the other. And maybe doing a few circles clockwise and then anti-clockwise. And maybe turning the hands to face the knees and then slowly starting to sit back a little bit on the heels, stretching out the forearms. And moving forward and taking the top of the hand down towards the floor. Don't do both, just do one at a time, and then slowly start moving away from that wrist. Again, stretching out that forearm and the wrist. And moving over onto the other hand, moving yourself away from the wrist, stretching out the upper arm. Then bringing your hands back to underneath the shoulders, tucking into the toes and making your way into a downward facing dog. And finding a breath here. You can move it around for now if it feels good. Otherwise, just holding the down dog. Finding some stillness. And finding that even inhale and exhale with a breath. On an inhale, slowly moving all the way forward to a plank. Exhale, bend the knees just to hover above the floor, maybe about an inch above the floor. From here, move the chest all the way to the thighs. And then extend into the legs, coming back into the down dog. Inhale, moving forward to the plank. Exhale, lowering the knees to hover. Pushing the chest to the thighs. And then extending the legs, down dog. Inhale, rolling again through to that plank. hovering the knees above the floor, chest moves to thighs, and moving back to downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, hover, pushing the chest to the thighs, and moving back to downward facing dog. Moving through one more, rounding through the spine until you get to your plank, hovering the knees, pushing the chest to the thighs, and then moving all the way back, downward facing dog. And slowly start to tiptoe your feet all the way up to the hands at the front of the mat, bending the knees as much as you need to, either bringing your hands down to the floor or holding onto opposite elbows, hanging the head down low. Just holding it here for a few breaths. Bending deeply into the knees, rounding into the spine, and slowly making your way all the way up. Coming to stand at the front of your mat in Tadasana, toes and heels to touch. Feel the feet grounding into the mat, and again feel that lightness in the spine, drawing the crown of the head all the way up towards the ceiling. On an inhale, hook the thumbs, bring the palms forward and back, arch the back. Exhale, reverse the flow. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, making a fist with the hands, and bring the fist all the way overhead. Inhale, take the hands down to the floor, step your right foot back into a low lunge, look up, and then exhale, move all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, lowering the knees and your chest and your chin. Keep the elbows close. Inhale, forward and up, baby cobra. Tuck into the toes. Push the seat all the way to the heels. Extend the legs, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands, low lunge. Exhale, step the left foot to meet the right, folding all the way over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Hook the thumbs, bring the palms forward and back, arch the back. Exhale, reverse the flow, interlace the fingers, folding all the way forward over the legs. Inhale, hands down to the floor, step the left foot back, low lunge, and move all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, bend the arms, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Moving forward and up, baby cobra. And tuck the toes, seat to heels. Push all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot between the hands, low lunge. Step the right foot to meet the left, folding over the legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs. Bring the palms forward and back, arch back. Exhale, reverse the flow. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, fold. Inhale, hands down to the floor. Step the right foot back, low lunge. Drop the right knee down. Start to extend into the left leg. Flip the left toes up. So your hip is still above your right knee. You can untuck the toes or keep the toes tucked, up to you. Lengthening out into the chest. Exhale, folding over your extended left leg. Left toes are flipping up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale, moving all the way forward, back onto the left foot. Lift the right knee up from the floor and then move all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Moving forward and up, baby cobra. And tuck into the toes, seat to heels. Push all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands. Slowly start to extend the right leg. The back heel is still lifted, chest is lifting. And then exhale, folding all the way over the right leg. Find the breath, inhale. Exhale, 1. And 2. And 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, bending into the right leg, coming back into the low lunge, then stepping the left foot to meet the right at the front of the mat, folding all the way over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, bring the palms forward and back, arch the back. Exhale, reverse the flow, take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, fold all the way forward. Inhale, hands down to the floor, step the left foot back into a low lunge, drop the left knee down, start to extend into the right leg, flip the right toes up, lift up into the chest. Exhale, fold all the way over the right leg, inhale. Exhale, 1. And 2. And 3. 4. And 5, slowly start to move forward onto the right foot. Lift the left knee up off the floor, move all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, moving forward to a plank. Exhale, lowering knees, chest and chin. Moving forward and up, baby cobra. Tuck into the toes. Seat to heels, push all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot between the hands. Start to extend into the left leg. It's a wide stance. Chest is lifting. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5, inhale, lift up into the chest, bend into the left knee, bring the right foot to meet the left at the front of the mat, folding all the way over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, bring the palms forward and back, arch the back, and then come to stand in Tadasana. Open the legs up, hands rest either side of the hips, close the eyes, take a very deep breath in, and exhale. Another deep breath in. And exhale, slowing the heart rate down. And bringing the toes and heels back to touch. On an inhale, bring the right knee into the chest. Either you're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and twist all the way over to the right. Right hand moves towards the back of the room. Or you can grab hold the outside of your right foot, extend into the right leg. Right hand moves to the back of the room and maybe taking your glance all the way over to the right hand. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And 3. 4. And 5. From here, you're going to swing the right leg with control all the way to the back of the mat. Right hand moves forward, left arm moves back, coming into a high twisted lunge, moving your body back. You don't want to be leaning forward. You want to be moving the shoulders over the hips. Strong back leg, strong bent left leg. Holding it there, inhale. Exhale, 3. And 2. And 1, taking your right hand onto the inside of your left foot, left arm lifts up towards the ceiling, coming into your easy twisting lunge and holding it there for 5, inhale. Exhale, 1. And 2. And 3. 4. And 5, coming onto the outside of both feet, drop the hips down, coming into your lounging lizard, left arm drops, and then lifting the hips up, moving the hands all the way around towards the right leg, coming to sit in Skandasana on the right, and holding it here. So you have options here. You can either just take your right hand out in front of your right shin, lift the left arm up towards the ceiling, or just staying in Skandasana with the hands at the heart. You can also take the band, so you're going to wrap the right arm all the way around the shin, grab hold of your right hand with the left behind the back, keep the left shoulder twisting up. So you don't want to be leaning down, you want to be twisting up. Finding a breath, inhale, exhale, 3, and 2, and 1, bringing the hands back to your heart. From here we're going to be moving into an open leg stand. So you're moving all the way up to stand, both toes facing in. You've got pigeon toes, taking the hands to the hips, lifting up into the chest. Exhale, folding all the way over the legs, hands come down to the floor, extend into the spine, and start to fold over the legs, moving the hands in line with the feet, dropping the head down low. Inhale. Exhale, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. From here, coming back up onto the fingertips, lengthening out into the spine, hands move to the hips, leading with the chest, moving all the way back up to center. Turn the right toes in, turn the right toes out, coming into warrior 2 on the right. Right knees deeply bending, the thighs should almost be parallel with the floor, back leg is strong, back foot parallel to the back of the mat, right knee pulling out towards the right baby toe, shoulders dropping away from the ears. Inhale, and exhale for 4, and 5. Circle the hands all the way down to the mat, either side of the right foot. Swing the right leg back all the way to down dog splits. Inhale, exhale, 1, and 2, and 3. Bring the right knee all the way into the nose. Sweep the right foot underneath the left arm. Start to lift the left arm away from the floor, taking the right foot to the floor, lifting up into the hips, coming into your fallen star. Inhale, exhale, 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. From here, moving all the way back to down dog splits. So you're moving the right leg all the way through, left hand comes down, lifting the right leg up behind you. Inhale, step the right leg between the hands at the front of the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, bringing the arms up either side of the ears, coming into a high lunge. Stepping strongly into the right leg, bring the left knee into the chest. So again, either taking the right hand to the outside of the left knee, finding your twist, or taking the right hand to the outside of the left foot, starting to extend the left leg, and maybe looking toward your left fingertips. Inhale, exhale, 3, and 2, and 1. With control, stepping the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Left hand moves forward, right hand moves back, coming into your twisted lunge. Find your breath. Inhale, exhale, 2, moving the shoulders back for 3, and 4, and 5. Taking the left hand to the inside of the right foot, coming into your easy twisting lunge. Right arm lifts all the way up towards the ceiling. Maybe taking your gaze to your right hand. Inhale, exhale, 3, and 2, and 1. Moving onto the outside of both feet, dropping the hips down low, coming into that lounging lizard. Inhale, lifting the hips up, moving all the way around to Skandasana on the left. And again, you have your options, either staying here, or taking the left hand in front of the left shin, or finding the bind, wrapping the left arm around the left shin, grabbing hold of your left hand with your right, lifting the right shoulder up. Inhale. Exhale, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Bringing the hands back to center, back to the heart, coming into your standing, wide standing stance. So you're moving all the way up, toes facing towards each other. Moving the hands behind the back, interlacing the fists, lifting up into the chest. Exhale, folding all the way forward, bringing the fist overhead, finding your breath. Inhale. Exhale, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Releasing the hands down to the floor, lifting up into the chest, hands come to the hips, and moving all the way back up to center, turning the left toes out this time. Warrior 2 on the left, bending deeply into the left knee, and holding warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3, and 2, and 1. Circling both hands either side of the left foot. Sweep the left foot all the way back, down dog splits. Hold it for 3, and 2, and 1. Bring the left knee into the nose. And then sweep the left foot underneath the right hand, taking it to the floor, lifting the right arm all the way up towards the ceiling, coming into your fallen star. Inhale. Exhale, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Bringing the right hand down, sweeping the left foot all the way back to down dog splits. And then bringing the left knee into the nose, stepping the left foot between the hands. Arms come up either side of the ears. Bring the right knee into the chest. Find your balance. Again, moving into that twist, either hand on the knee or the foot. Inhale, taking the left hand to the outside of the right foot, finding that twist. Exhale, moving the right foot all the way to the back of the mat, to your twisted high lunge. Dropping the right hand to the inside of the left foot, left hand lifts up towards the ceiling. Moving into your lounging lizard. Inhale, lift. Exhale, moving all the way through to Skandasana. Inhale, coming up into your open leg. Exhale, folding all the way over the legs, dropping the head down low. Inhale, hands to hips, moving all the way back up. Right toes turn out. Warrior 2. Circling the hands either side of the right foot, sweeping the right leg all the way back. Down dog splits. Inhale, right knee all the way into the nose, sweeping the right foot underneath the left hand, coming into your fallen star, and then slowly dropping the hips down to the floor, coming into a seated open fold. Flex into the feet. If you need to sit on a block here or a cushion so that you can lift your hips up, get one. Try and make it as comfortable as you can. Otherwise, lifting up into the chest and exhale, folding all the way forward. Chest comes down to the floor. And using your breath to soften. Inhale, moving the hands all the way back up to center. So your left leg is now facing the front of the mat. You're going to bring your right foot all the way over the left knee, setting up for your twist. Right hand moves to the base of the spine, left arm lifts up, hooking in the left elbow over the right knee, twisting all the way over to the right. Find your breath, inhale. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. For 3. And 4. And 5. Inhale, moving all the way back through center, derotating all the way over to the left. And then moving back to center. Bringing your left foot in a little bit, so you want to bend into the left knee and parallel the left shin to the front of the mat. Dangle the right ankle over the left knee, coming into your full pigeon or ankle to knee pose or fire log. And if you're happy here, staying here, otherwise folding all the way over the legs. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Inhale, moving all the way back up to center. Bring your right foot a little bit closer towards your left hip, so scoot it in a little bit more. Take your right foot down to the floor. From here, you're going to move forward onto the right foot, moving the left foot back, coming back into your low lunge. And bring your hands up either side of your ears, coming into your high lunge. Left knee moves into the chest, again finding that twist, either hand to knee or hand to the outside of the left foot, twisting all the way over to the left. And moving the left foot with control all the way to the back of the mat. Left arm comes forward, right arm moves all the way back. And right, the left hand comes to the inside of the right leg. Right arm lifts all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, coming into your lounging lizard, dropping the hips. Inhale, lifting the hips all the way up, moving all the way through to Skandasana on the left. From here, coming up to your standing open legs. Exhale, folding all the way down, taking the hands down to the floor, folding through the legs, dropping the head down. Inhale, lengthen out into the spine, hands to hips, lifting with the chest, moving all the way up. Turning the left toes out, warrior 2 on the left. Circle the hands either side of the left foot, sweep the left foot back to down dog splits. Inhale, bringing the left knee into the nose, sweeping the left foot underneath the right arm, taking the left foot to the floor, right arm lifts, fallen star. And then dropping the hips down towards the floor, coming into that open leg forward fold. So this time maybe grabbing hold of your toes with your peace fingers, lifting up into the chest. And then exhale, folding. And then moving all the way back to center. So your left foot should be facing towards, your right foot should be facing towards the front of the mat. And you're going to take your left foot, step it over the right knee. Left hand moves to the base of the spine. Right arm hooks over the left knee, twisting all the way over to the left, hooking over the left shoulder. Find your breath, inhale. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthen. And twist. Inhale for 4. And twist. Inhale for 5. And exhale. Inhale, move through center. De-rotate over to the right, and then moving back to center. This time you're going to bring your right foot in a little bit, bending into the right knee, so you want your right shin facing the front of the mat or squaring off to the front of the mat. Left ankle now dangles over right knee, lifting up into the chest. Exhale, folding all the way over the legs, find your breath. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale, coming all the way back up to center. Scoot your right foot in a little bit closer to your left hip. Left foot is standing strongly on the floor. You're moving forward onto your left foot, moving the right leg all the way back into your low lunge. Bring your arms up either side of your ears. Stepping into the left foot, bring the right knee into the chest, and then step it down all the way next to the left foot. Take your feet hip distance apart. Hands to the hips, lift up into the chest, and exhale, fold all the way over the legs. Take your hands about a foot distance away from your feet. You're going to have the same amount of pressure in the hands and the feet. So from here, move the weight into the hands, and then move the weight into the feet, and then find your middle, and then drop the head down, folding over the legs. Inhale, and exhale. For 3, and 2, and 1, lifting up into the chest. Slowly start to tiptoe the feet out to the outer edges of the mat. Toes turn off the mat, heels stay on the mat. Bend into the knees, coming into Malasana. Hands at the heart, elbows to the inside of the knees, pushing the knees away. Chest is lifting out, the chin is parallel to the floor. Tailbone is slightly tucked. Shoulders dropping away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. From here, setting up for crow, taking your hands out in front of you onto the mat. I like to get my heels together behind me. I start to lift my sit bones up, and then I bring my hands closer towards my feet. You want your shins to be on your upper arms or your knees to be in your armpits. And then slowly start to move the shoulders forward, maybe lifting one foot and then the other, finding some balance, using that belly to pull the feet closer towards the sit bones, maybe lengthening a little bit out into the arms, playing around here, holding it for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. If you want to, maybe try and shoot back through chaturanga, or just stepping all the way back to your plank, moving through your flow, meeting in downward facing dog, and up dog, and then downward facing dog. From here, drop your knees down to the floor, bring the feet together, knees apart, rest the chest in between the thighs, take the hands out in front of you, relax into the elbows, and drop the head down low. Just finding your breath in child's pose. Just taking some deep inhales and exhales. And from here, I'm going to set up for a headstand or dolphin. So if you are setting up for dolphin, you're interlacing your hands in front of you, elbows are on the floor, elbows are underneath the shoulders. You're going to tuck into your toes, start to lengthen out into the legs. Head is still lifting up off the floor, maybe moving the feet closer towards your arms and holding it there for 5. And when you're ready, coming all the way down and resting in child's pose. So maybe do about 3 sets of 5 counts and then resting in child's pose each time. If you're moving into headstand, I'm going to be interlacing your hands either behind your head, making a kind of cup with the hands, top of the head will be on the floor, or you're going to close your fist, back of the head will be at the back of the hands, head is gently touching the floor. Most of the weight is being pushed through the forearms and the shoulders. You don't want much weight in the head. If you're moving into headstand, moving there now, not jumping up, moving very slowly. Maybe bringing one knee into the chest and then the other, and then slowly extending into the legs. And slowly moving all the way back down into child's pose. And taking some deep inhales and exhales. If you are in child's pose, with every inhale, feeling the belly expanding onto your thighs. And with every exhale, feel the belly drawing all the way back. And coming back into your downward facing dog. Moving all the way forward into a plank. Lowering yourself all the way down onto the belly. From here, you're going to stay in a baby cobra. So you're lifting up into the chest. Hands are very lightly touching the floor. Lower back is working. Belly is pulled in towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And 4. And 5. Resting the right ear down towards the floor. Flop the heels out towards the sides and just shimmy into your hips, releasing that lower back. And coming back into the cobra. From here, you're going to roll all the way over onto the right. Your left foot is going to step behind you. So you're kind of bending into the left leg, right leg is extended, left arm sweeps up towards the ceiling, right arm on the floor, coming into wild thing, inhale, exhale, 1, and 2, and 3, dropping yourself back down onto your right hip, moving all the way back over onto your belly, coming through baby cobra, now moving over to the left, taking the right foot to the floor, right arm sweeps up, Left hand stays on the mat. Whelping on the left, inhale. Exhale, 1 and 2 and 3. Dropping the hips all the way back down, rolling over onto the belly. And then resting the left ear down onto the floor, flopping the heels out to the side and shimming into the hips. Mind your breath. Bringing your head back to center, bending your legs behind you, grabbing hold of your ankles from the outside. Toes to touch if you can. If not, when you kick up, try and keep the knees parallel, pushing into the pubic bone first, then start kicking into the legs, and then lifting up head, chest and knees away from the floor. Inhale, exhale, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Lifting a little higher. Exhale, releasing down. Bringing the forearms out in front of you, resting your forehead on the forearms, flopping the heels out, and just shimming into the hips, finding your breath. Rolling over onto your back, bending the legs to take your feet to the floor. Bring the heels all the way up towards your sit bones. Brush the backs of the heels with your fingertips. On your next inhale, lifting up lower, middle, upper spine, coming into your half wheel, interlacing your hands underneath you and shimming your shoulders into touch, pushing the hips up higher. Inhale, exhale, 1 and 2 and 3. Lower rib cage pulls in. 4 and 5, releasing the hands and then lowering all the way down. Bring the knees into touch and just maybe windmilling the knees from side to side. And you take a few deep inhales and exhales here. My microphone feels like it's creeping right up into my neck. So I'm really hoping the sound is okay. I'm just closing the eyes for a moment, bringing yourself back to your breath. So your option, either doing another half wheel or moving into a full wheel. If you're moving into the full wheel, hands come either side of the shoulders, either side of the ears onto the floor, fingers facing towards your shoulders, feet hip distance apart, and you're slowly starting to push up into the hands and the feet, coming into your full wheel. Inhale. Exhale, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Tucking into the chin and then slowly rolling all the way down. Again, just taking the knees into touch, don't bring them into the chest quite yet. We're going to prepare for another one. Your choice, either a full wheel or a half wheel. Just listening to your body. Moving into the full wheel or the half wheel, feet come hip distance apart. If you're moving into the half wheel, you're going to lift your lower, middle, upper spine, interlace the hands, and shimmy the shoulder blades in towards each other, pushing the hips up high. Moving into the full wheel, hands come either side of the ears, start to push into the hands and the feet, lifting all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Tucking into the chin, slowly rolling all the way back down. And bring the knees into the chest and give yourself A little squeeze, maybe rock it from side to side. Maybe do some circles clockwise and anti-clockwise. And bring the right knee into the chest, drop the left leg down towards the floor. And pull this right knee up towards your right upper armpit. So you really want to just pull it down. Maybe take your left hand to your left leg and make sure your hip is kind of just staying on the floor. If it's not, then bend into the left leg, take your foot to the floor. Otherwise, bringing the right knee all the way into the chest, just holding it there for a moment. From here, you're going to just lift the right foot up towards the ceiling. Keep the right knee bent. Grab hold of the right foot with the right hand. So you're grabbing hold of the right foot on the outside with the right hand, but your arm is kind of coming to the inside of your right knee, and you're pulling even more the right knee into the right armpit, coming into a half happy baby. And slowly from here, bend into the left leg. So I find it easier to do this. You can stay in half happy baby if you're happy there. Otherwise, moving with me. You can then cross your right foot all the way over your chest. And then maybe bring your right foot right into the crook of your left elbow. Your right elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. You grab your hands or interlace the fingers. And you're pulling the right shin in towards the chest. Lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. And then slowly start to lower the left leg down to hover above the floor. And on an inhale, bringing it all the way up. Exhale, lower and hover. And inhale, bringing the left leg all the way up. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, bringing it up. Exhale, lower, hover for 4. Inhale, bringing it all the way up. Exhale, lower and hover for 5. Inhale, bringing it all the way up. Dropping the left foot down to the floor, releasing your right foot if you had it in front of you. Then just bending the right knee back into the chest, extending the left leg out along the floor again, and taking the right knee all the way over to the left, onto the floor, looking over your left shoulder, coming into a twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Bringing the knee all the way back into the chest. And bringing the left knee into the chest, extending the right leg out on the floor. Pulling the left knee into your left upper armpit. Again, if it feels better with your right foot on the floor, then move there. Otherwise, extending the right leg down onto the mat. And just holding this knee into the armpit for a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And 2. And 1, now start to lift your foot up towards the ceiling, still keeping the left knee bent, grabbing hold of the left foot from the outside, and then pulling that left knee closer in towards the left armpit, coming into your half happy baby. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And 2. And 1, either staying in the half happy baby or following me, moving your left shin to come across your body, bringing the left foot into the right elbow, and then circling the left elbow around the left knee. You're bending into your right foot, and then slowly bring the right foot up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, lower the right foot to hover above the floor. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, drawing the right foot up. Exhale, hover for 4. Inhale, bringing it all the way up. Exhale, hover for 5. And then inhale, bringing it all the way up. Taking your right foot to the floor, bringing your left knee back into your chest, extending your right leg down onto the mat, opening your left arm and then drawing your left knee all the way to the right, finding the twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Inhale, moving all the way back up through center, bringing both knees into the chest. So setting up for your shoulder stand, either you're going to move through Halasana, taking your feet overhead, bringing the hands to the base of the spine, all 10 fingers are facing up, and then you'll slowly extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Or taking your feet up against the wall, so you'll bring your sit bones right up against the wall, lie down on your back and bring the feet up against the wall. Or if you don't want to move to a wall, just taking the feet up towards the ceiling. I know this microphone is going to be squashing into my chest as soon as I get up there. We're just going to hold it for 10, moving the legs all the way over the head. Hands coming to the base of the spine. Taking the feet up towards the ceiling, holding for 10. Moving the feet overhead, coming through Halasana, maybe interlacing the hands behind you, and taking the hands down to the floor, using them as brakes, and slowly lowering yourself 1 vertebra at a time. Bend into the knees, take the feet to the floor. Extend the legs out in front of you, moving into fish. You're going to bring the elbows next to the hips. You want the elbows as low down as you can towards the hips. You're pushing up onto the elbows, puffing out into the chest, and taking your head down to the floor. Maybe take a deep inhale here, and sigh out all your breath. Another deep inhale, and sigh it all out. Another deep inhale. And sighing it all out, tucking into the chin and rolling all the way back down. And starting to let go of all control of the breath, all control of the body, making any last movements you need to make. Taking up some space on your mat, setting up for your Shavasana. And taking as long as you need to lie here. And when you're ready, consciously moving out of your Shavasana, maybe deepening your breath first, then moving into the fingers and toes, and making your way very slowly out of that Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me today, and hopefully you'll be joining all the other lessons to come. Namaste.